I'm gonna figure out what's causing that one of these goddamn days. Oh, what? Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Yeah, that reminds me. Do you want me to be screen sharing any of this stuff, or I'll do it once I figure out what's going on with the sound of the music, because that shit is. You need to save that because that looks like a killer template. And this is pretty much. It is. It is tight, my man. This is the kind. Oh god, this is like the kind of shit I fucking dig all the time. Huh. I swear to god, why am I not having... Okay, I gotta tackle this from a different angle. Maybe it's still... Oh, great, I'm not even getting that either. Jesus, come on. Give me something here today. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna have to do this in like a backwards way before we can start. Yeah, I am. Dude, like this is literally the kind of shit I eat up. It's just kind of like organization, as it were. I don't know why. I'm weird. Is that weird? Am I weird to be that way? Just want sound, so music isn't killing me while I'm double checking things. Oh, oh god damn it! I did it again, didn't I? Let me guess. I have the volume set too high. Okay, maybe. I don't know. Okay, well, I guess they can hear us now. Alright, just need to add the things. Yeah, I need to change. No, that's still all accurate, actually. Wow. It's legit funny how I don't have to change a goddamn thing. It literally, we can literally keep the same thing because of like, because of what happened last time. Oh god, that is truly hilarious. So same plan for spreading like last time? And do you want to do the den while I do my friends serve in the tavern? Art? Okay. That's what you went super quiet for some reason. Oh, sweet Jesus, did I really screw something up? Yeah, man, I can't hear you. Unless... Did I do something weird again? Let me check everything. damn fool. You know, one of these days I'm gonna figure all this stuff out and not seem like such a fool. Oh, I'm a damn fool. You know, one of these days I'm gonna figure all this stuff out and not seem like such a fool. Oh, I'm a damn fool. Oh, there's the last of the echo. What the heck? You know, one of these days I'm gonna... Jesus Christ. Okay. Please tell me you're messaging me somewhere, Bard, because I cannot hear you if you're trying to talk. Back. Ooh, fun times. Oh, don't do that to me, please. I can't hear you. Like, at all. Everything else seems to be working fine. I just can't hear you. Yeah. I have messed with all the settings, so... And I still can't access my mixer for some reason. Oh, it's... nothing. I was just trying to figure out where the sound stuff was going on. Looked like I fixed all of that. Okay, I guess there's no background music, thank God. Just starting music still playing for some weird reason. Yeah, I'm gonna check that now. I must have flipped something somewhere. Double check you're not muted or something. Huh?
Hmm?
What the? Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, for Christ's sakes! What? That? How did that fix it? How
What?
did that? I literally just switched this output. That's it.
Yes.
I did nothing else. Oh God, you are very loud now. Okay, that only happens on my phone.
Anyway.
Oh God, I guess we could fucking get this show on the road.
I guess so.
All right.
Once again, I'll pull out the Mario Kart.
I was wondering why the thing was flashing so much. I'm like, he must still be playing Mario Kart or something. Something with the thing. Anyways, what? Oh God damn it! Don't. Oh, okay. Okay. Never mind. Forget I said anything.
Okay.
For like the hottest minute, I thought we lost the recording again too. Okay, what was the last thing I said that you heard, or that I? You know what? Did you know what I said earlier about posting this everywhere?
Did you just say it's a little thing that we did from last time? I think
Yeah.
you
Okay.
said, "No, just say slide it around."
Okay. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna post in like the tavern.
Yeah. I'll post in the tavern, and I have a friend that does streaming too that said I can pretty much post these there. So, that's what I'm going to do now. Another night cast. Oh, the curse of being high while doing this.
And I'm so high, and I'm so high, and
Oh,
I'm
God
so
damn it. I
high.
did it again. Damn it. God damn, I keep forgetting I have to freaking do the shift. like trying to juggle melons. That
So
that
very juicy melons. Let's go.
yeah, the juiciest. Mm-hmm. All right, sweet, 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 sweet. All right. Oh God, finally. I know. Sorry for the quiet. We have a actually quite exciting bit of HighCast tonight. We have interesting questions, reviews, essentially going over what happened last time, as embarrassing as that fucking is.
All we know is this is a reboot.
This is this is this is the second attempt. Um, our Homestuck, as it were. Fuck it. Everyone sees the little orange horns on there. They're gonna fucking know. They'll know. They know. You fuckers know. Who will eventually watch this recording that I double checked. Yes, we're recording this finally. So hopefully we won't lose this again. So yeah, that's the major thing from last time. We lost the fucking recording. So oh god, that was fucking embarrassing. So none of that tonight. We're recording, we're checking. I was sober before I did all that. Trying some new stuff right now to see where this gets me. Besides that, my day has been actually quite great. I got a lot of my chores done. All my clothes are clean. Parts of my house are way better than they need to be. Messy organized, but organized all the same. And actually, proper piles, not just messy piles.
It was even late with like the lights and darks and indiscriminates.
Yeah, I actually don't like. I still do messy organization, but I'd rather still have a pile be like, like a straight pile of books as opposed to a wizard's stack. If you get my meaning.
Yeah, I get you.
So that's basically like how I like to keep things organized. Like I want them to look as organized as possible. Oh, I should probably. Yeah. Oh well. Here we go. Posting elsewhere too. So how was your day, man? Sorry, I am being super rude to you.
No, it's good. It's good. It's good. I was focusing on posting as well. It's been like a pretty smooth day. Just been like updating. Not the double audio. Jeez. Uh, I mean, I was just like updating all of my like, on the like updating like all the stuff in the business on the back end in terms of like key the board and try and I think the one thing that I wanted to try to do mostly aside from like updating like the like bit of updating like the corporate business cards that I have like when opening an account on Fiverr, which was like I'm surprised that I didn't keep up with, but considering that I didn't know how it worked at the time. It's fair.
Really?
Yeah. It,
Wow.
you good?
No, I'm good. I'm just like, how sometimes like you're just hearing stuff, but at the same time you're like, I am totally not qualified. Like you feel like you want to listen more, but at the same time, like I feel like there's more questions I should be asking, and I don't know how to broach. You know?
You can start at the beginning. So what is your what?
Like
You want
when
to
you were
want to help us?
born, when you were born.
Ah,
No, I'm kidding. I'm just.
I could say there were a bed of roses.
You know what? Honestly, if I ever if I ever get the chance again, I do want to like just have like a bed of roses. You know? I don't know.
Oh, but you got a better roses one time?
No, if I ever get the opportunity, just get like actual rose petals onto a bed.
Yeah.
Like maybe with your significant other, obviously, but I didn't think I needed to clarify it that much.
Nah, it's all good. It's all good. You understand. You understand. Each of us, one of us, wanted one would have like really wanted like some like experience like that. Is that happened? Is being held like held like while we lay head against the pillow, like talking about troubles as we look into the we as to dancing within the moonlight. You know?
God, now I'm just thinking about dark ritual, or like not dark rituals, but fey rituals and stuff.
Yeah.
God, back here, let me see if I can post it in this chat. Yeah, I should be able to. Yeah, you know what? I'll actually show this in the stream in a sec too, because it's kind of tangentially related to the question later, as we'll call it. But here's something that's equally interesting that I want you to look at. And I'll
Okay.
get it onto the stream in just like the hottest second. If it will. Okay, yeah, just being a little faffy
Yeah.
there. Alright, so let me put this away
Oh,
because I
and you
really
got a
don't.
level up.
Yep. Nice. Alright, because I want to show this off before. Basically, I want to show this off before we move into like the other thing you were asking questions about that I do want to answer for you, my friend, and I will. I promise you. One thing at
Okay.
a time, though. Because
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this was something I was looking at earlier, and it was kind of like tangentially related to what you're talking about, and just like I don't know my thought process lately. If come on, show me the money. A little bigger.
Oh, I thought you said lone digger.
No, 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 no. But yeah, this was something I just saw earlier, and I don't know why, but what you were talking about, like the dancing in the moonlight, it made me think of this again.
Oh, let me pause for a second. Okay. The
And
red
it's
line, the circle of seasons, and the hosts of light.
Yeah, feel free to read through that. If you're already in the chat and have joined us, feel free to read what should be on the screen right now if I've done this correctly. Let me double check with my backup window. Excellent. It is there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Excellent. Welcome new person into the chat if I saw that correctly. Uh, it says there's like a few people, but I'm not 100. This user in chat thing is very unhelpful. Wish there was a better way of filtering. Anyways, welcome. Anyways, so this is basically like the argument for like why three sides in a story is slightly more interesting than just two.
Yeah.
Um, I'm very much into like that concept, but I totally agree with people when it comes to like neutrality, like pure, which again plays in like, and you'll see why this plays into stuff later. I totally agree. People with like being 100% neutral on things is fucking stupid. It is just stupid. You can argue all you want about some things, but taking a 100% neutral stance where people can literally get hurt when you can do something to stop it is dickish beyond compare. It is just dickish. Hell, I would even put that in the reason why I don't think aliens are watching us, because if they were, and we get into space, there's going to be a lot of awkward questions. A lot of awkward questions. You know what I mean, too. You're totally like syncing up with that, too, don't you? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so. Yeah, no, that's. And you just. I don't know why that brought this. Reminded me of this, though, but it, like, I guess plays into, like, themes of today, where, you know, we're just going out there with weird shit. But yeah, that's what I was thinking at the time. I'll just put that away. So, and the other thing, um, we'll say the main event.
Okay. Yeah, we're working on it. Hmm.
This whole Pyzone background thing, guys. This is uh this is an image basically. So if I were to get rid of that be a new banner? Yeah, so it just goes blank. So and that's technically an image. So then
I mean, I try. Also, yes, and yes, one day we will be. We're going. One day we'll be able to be up with the greats, and maybe eventually, who knows? Maybe we'll be maybe the HighCast will be the hmm. I don't have I don't have a witty thing loaded at the moment. Just keep just okay. No, no. Now you think about it, I'm quite thirsty. What happened? Nah, I was just saying, I was just saying that for banter, but yeah, Google get your water. Oh, I can hear him now. Okay. water. And then you ask for water. And then you ask for water. Aha. I remember you just getting back and you didn't notice at all. Yeet. Yeah, I'm gonna have that protein in there for the for the it's like energy boost. Okay. For activity? So yes. Yeah. Because quite majority. Yeah. Hello, Bybit. I mean, they may someday complain about how you don't have enough conspiracy. Like who is this for? separating from the pack. Uh, yeah, yeah, hmm? Hmm. Yeah. No, no. Go ahead. Mm. I mean, I don't really delve into one line in terms of like of conspiracy theories because they could conspiracy theories. Not that like I whenever it's interested like interested. It was this was that my broad like what my mind was as like important media to consume. I mean, that was a huge deal. It pretty much like puts my mind in a work mode to the point to where um I know I'm not up to date with a lot of stuff, but when we need to learn like nonetheless. Hmm. All right, give me a second. Ah, huh? Uh, okay, go on. Yeah, for like virtual transactions. But don't they have pockets though? Oh, it is. How does that work? No. And yet it's still going. I mean, but if the we like no matter if like the Earth like is flat or like round, I mean, we're still standing, we're still living. I mean, and plus like Tesla they like have like physical evidence to tell us otherwise. Yeah, they lie about everything. Uh, well, this stream is brought to you by the High Five. All your like approval needs for your theories and your upsets. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but recently. Oh, I mean, what happened? What happened to their YouTube channel? Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Okay, okay. I think I got the context for it. Hold on, let me get Mario caught up so I can get my mind running. Anyway, basically the context of that was that you know how the YouTube lady is the YouTube lady has like things like auto detect stuff wrong stuff like wrong. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So basically, they did something wrong with like one of their videos. We were 10 censorship and whatnot. Then they have for life of them couldn't figure out what was going on. Then I think like sometime and then like some days and sometime later they got a notice that the channel was going to be deleted. So and like a woman later the channel was deleted off of YouTube platform and they kind of sort of panicked a bit, so like, okay, let me just see if we can like go over to YouTube, see if we can get it back. And about a few hours later, they said no. Yeah, pretty much. Yes. Yeah, most of it is blurred, like censored, like not well, not as troublesome, but yet somehow they deem it as like no, you were putting it out too much. Let's just block you. Then what is enough? Like usually the point to where like they one point to where like they blur like entire seeds, but it's still yeah. I think one of them showed puppets. What? Oh, huh? Uh, you know, hmm, I'm no going back. No, we're not. Oh, we do have some discipline. Yeah, ASMR. Oh, nah, we're just a reboot. What are you talking about? I mean, I mean, true. Yeah, but cool. So episode have us talking about puppets and boobs? I don't think so. Yes, I did, and we'll do it again. Well, not preferably, but because we have so many other topics we can get into.
Blaze, Blaze, our artist who created this. Ah, magnificent work. Always good work to see. I love it. And I know what you're thinking. Did he do everything? Not the logo. The logo is my touch. But he helped with everything else around it. And I appreciate his work. I really do.
So he was whole hands on. He only had the two hands with the logo. Wait, no, you. Hmm. So it helps clean up your act and then clean up the act. Yeah. Okay. Hmm.
You right now. So once you look at that, read that very carefully. Once it sends, Stand, I command you. And tell me once you lay the eyeballs on it.
Okay, so you have lawfully good, socially good. Oh, this is a morality chart.
Yes, but like just straight up read. Don't read the things just yet. Just read through. Essentially, like what each of the categories are, not what they say specifically. If that makes sense.
Right. Okay, so I have lawfully good, socially good, neutral good, rebel good, chaotic and moral, rebel moral, neutral moral, socially moral, lawful neutral, social neutral, true neutral. Oh, because it's center. Okay. Rebel neutral, and chaotic neutral. So we got chaotic impure, rebel impure, neutral impure, social impure, and lawful impure. And lastly, lawfully evil, socially evil, neutral neutral evil, rebel evil, and chaotic evil.
So, first things first.
Mm-hmm.
Which of the two added ones do you think is the most clever for polar opposites, specifically in the case for use in this D&D alignment chart style?
I think I'd be in between like the rebel and like the social.
That's my favorite too. Simply because I have never seen someone use rebel to represent someone outside, while social represents inside.
Yeah.
And when we get to like what each of the individual ones say and kind of discuss on that in a little bit, you'll kind of see what I mean. What you'll kind of see why I point that out, because I do like the other one too. I do like moral and impure. I feel I feel impure is not the right word, but I think it works specifically because it's a D&D alignment chart. You know what I mean? Like really think about how the normal D&D alignment chart works and then compare it to the new ones, cuz like I said, we already put social and rebel on the spot, and impure and moral, it works, but it's kind of interesting how they like it's kind of interesting how this all fell into place. Like I think whoever did this really put in a lot of fucking research. Like it's almost like just looking at this is almost insane.
Like, and then and like it's not going. I think like use. I think before you did this chart, I think there was only like 4 alignments, but then now it's wow, they like there was like I think there was. I think from this original 5, or who knows.
Oh, son of a bitch.
What happened?
Oh my god, I swear to fucking god. Some of the alignment colors match with colors from Homestuck, and the alignments match with the fucking Homestuck characters who bloods match.
Uh,
Specifically the hemo spectrum, because I know what some of you are gonna fucking say about some of them, and yes, I saw that too. But come on, the fucking lawful good and social good are both close to fucking teal. You tell me who that's supposed to be. You would have to read Homestuck, but trust me, that someone was going to point it out. Someone was going to point it out, and I was going to be like, I can't say argue it. Like you fucking leave. Like okay, all the Homestucks who are going to eventually see this video, literally look at Lawful Evil, because we're not going to read it yet. We will, but look at Lawful Evil. Look at that fucking color, and tell me that's not Aridin. You fuckers tell me that's not Aridin. Suck my bone nook if you tell me otherwise. I will fight you on this.
bone nook, this man said.
They'll know. They'll know. Especially they'll know. Just read Homestuck. Just you're gonna just torture yourself. And that'll be another HighCast. You know what? Hold off on that. We'll make that another HighCast. Maybe not the next one. Who knows? I need to see how high I am when that time comes. That time is a coming. Next week, most likely. But yeah.
Coming
So
in hot and greasy.
oh yeah. No. I just love all of them. I've read this enough times in such a short amount of time that pretty much that one meme, I think it's from Parks and Rec, of the dude that says like, I've read it like 5 times or 20 times or whatever. Know what I'm talking about? God, I wish you could just put up memes on the fly. But yeah, do you have any questions? Anything else? Because I want to get down to what everyone says, because that's really going to be like the talking point.
There's a not really good. It seemed like with it seemed like. Oh,
Well, I guess since I brought it up, do you think the color choices are good? I actually agree with a lot of it. I feel like, especially with neutral and pure, I like that it's kind of just straight up a brown color.
yeah,
Like it's a straight up dirty. It's not even just like a good brown. It's not a decent brown. It straight up looks like dirty brown. It looks like dirty brown dishwasher, and it's neutral and pure. That's my favorite one. Not like the one I would pick, but if I had to pick like the example of this whole chart of why this chart's beautiful, that's the one. Right down to the saying. It's perfect.
Yeah, I like how they have to use like the center white and then I think it was like before I came. Sorry, I just jumping out of the place. I think on the and good grief. I like them. I think what I like about the chart is that like what they said, like the colors was scales like accurate to the like with accurate to on how the scale works and how like his cent how you put it to neutral center, since like it's pretty much a cross between the legal and social on one side, well, social on one side and like the rebel on the other, because it could be it could be like socially gift restricted, but it could be the point to where like you could be like abilities that want like to break out of like norms.
Pretty much, because that actually hits the nail on the head, because really social and lawful and chaotic and rebel really do work well for like how the over like because you're right, I see it very clearly. It really works for the overall dynamic of how the chart is aligned. Also, I'm pretty sure that middle chart's that weird gray. You know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, I know what you mean when you thought white, but I don't know why. The more I look at it, it looks grayer, and I don't think that's just because it's just black surrounding it.
It could be.
That's what I mean.
Could also be like the shade done the way they put it in, make it a bit close to black, but not exactly black.
Well, because the more I try to focus on it as trying to be white, it darkens. It always seems to darken for me. That could just be my eyes. I know I did one of those color tests. I know there's one color of red that I can't tell apart from the color of red. And it wasn't one of those conducive tests. It just used like the most common ones that people don't see. And let's be honest, like there's a certain point where you really can't tell the difference in gray. Like you can pretend all you want, but at least to my eye, there's a point where it's just all gray. All gray. But yeah, do you want to read them and honestly get deep down into them? And do you want to read? Is there a particular order, or just like going basically like lawful good and like booking it basically?
I'll see by like column.
Column. I feel
Yeah.
like honestly, I feel like column is more appropriate too.
Okay.
All right. Do you want to read it or?
Yeah. Okay. Lawful good. Okay. Obey the rules, right or wrong, and always help others. Lawfully moral. This would be a symbol of God be a symbol of God goodness that others can aspire to. Lawful neutral. Try regulating both creating balance between with yourself without harming others. Neutral, lawful and pure. Establish and follow the governments
Rules.
that only prove benefits you. Lawful evil. Don't trust anyone outside others. Don't trust others with freedom. Only yourself.
All right. So, God, I also love this weird phrase of like others to self. You know, like it really is a phrase that encompasses all of these easily if you think about it.
Yeah.
Um, so I guess I actually like this chart's interpretation of lawful good. First of all, like it encompasses a lot of like my favorite interpretations because one of my favorite interpretations is being lawful good also means that you understand when shit's fucked up and you need to do something about it. Like just because it's a law doesn't mean it's the right law, you know? Because traditionally what people think is lawful good is actually what would actually be lawful neutral, i.e., you follow the laws as written no matter what they are. Again, also why I like this new system one's interpretation. The race a little intense there. Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's good. Kind of gonna just like zoning out in and out. My bad.
No, I do remember. I do remember you mentioned that. It just was at a very odd time. So I was like, should I be more like? Oop, did not. Oh, that's my own personal one. Should I
Uh,
be more forceful or just be like, hello,
now I have
hello?
Capri Sun.
But like, what do you think of the column? Like, is there one in particular in that column that you also like?
And I'm back with the Capri Sun. Okay. Let me look through this. Um, I think that like mostly the lawfully more because that pretty much it basically aligns up with like with um what I use because it pretty much like aligns to about my belief to where like I want to see the best I want to see the best in others and I pretty much have pretty much like beliefs to how things the my thoughts on how things should go, and I try to do my best to try to at least be a kind person toward everyone because everyone needs a bit of goodness in their lives. So
I do agree with that. Actually, that's a good one, and I'm kind of surprised you. So you're saying that one's straight up yours, straight up on the
yeah,
first column.
I really like that's something for me.
I I actually have to applaud that honestly, because we'll get to it, but it took me not too much longer, but it's kind of funny where you fall compared to me. Um, on this column, like I said, I like their interpretation better than like the normal one, and it is a more accurate one to what I think lawful good should be.
Hmm.
Although I do love their lawful neutral. Oh god, this is really what lawful neutral should be regardless. Like it should be more about balance, not harming yourself or others.
Yeah.
Like that's what it always was to me, and I love this interpretation. This is literally going to be my new alignment chart for everything now.
Hmm.
Fuck it. If we ever do our own little tabletop thing, this is what we use. Fuck everything
Of
else.
course.
Um And I also kind of dig, like, I dig how lawful evil is just straight up, you're a tyrant.
Oh yeah, almost definitely.
Like, they straight up just went for it, too. They saw what's down in that corner, and they're basically like, you're just a tyrant. Like, it doesn't matter about anything else, you're a tyrant. Although, lawful and pure is just basically being a mob, is basically just being a mob boss, let's be honest. Or a corrupt politician.
Yeah.
I also noticed that the more up you go, the more individual the phrase seems. Like where you're not part of a larger entity. Huh.
Yeah, because I didn't believe like and the day like using it, you're pretty much like using you pretty much this for your for going putting through everything for the benefit of yourself. I mean, of course, like, you have other people with you, but at the end of the day, I mean, they don't directly affect like what choices you make, what food you eat, like how you carry yourself, and pretty much like where your education goes. Because if you don't move, okay, we don't want to self move. How like it's pretty much so it seems like so pretty much it's just like if you don't move, um, it maybe made some things that like maybe that may lag behind if you were not to act.
I see what you're saying. I see. Alright. So let's get to the next column. I'll read this one actually, and you'll find out pretty much pretty quickly why. Oh,
Okay.
I might as well also use my fancy voice since a lot of people at work like it. Be selfless and care for others at all costs. Social good.
Yeah.
Care for others as much as you would care for yourself. Social moral. Try not to engage in anything that can result in you being harmed. Social neutral. Take more than you give and you will grow as a person. Social impure. Attack those who go against you. Social evil. Now, I'm going to call this the social column for obvious reasons, but also, could you guess which one is mine? Because yes, it is in
Mm,
fact in the second column. And remember what I said, it is kind of also a game of Minesweeper in this. And you also already answered my question, so
yeah. Hmm.
we're going to have to whip this out every so often for guests.
Like social neutral?
Social moral. Social moral, because that's pretty much. If I were to boil down my core philosophy of how I form my code of ethics, like my
Yeah.
honor codes and stuff like that, that's it. That is it in its entirety. And the only thing I'm disappointed about it is that it's not the color green. I love the color green, but I'm kind of happy that it's just kind of weird, kind of. Would you call that a sky teal? I think it's in that color range where I can't really tell.
Yeah.
Like, it's definitely not a blue. Certainly not.
It's more. I think it's more of like a probably afternoon blue. Afternoon sky blue.
Mm, I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like a pale turquoise. But anyways, social moral is literally that. That's who I am. Like, I try to care for people as much as I would want to be cared for myself. It's why it's hard finding people or even partners that, kind of understand that on a basic level. Because a lot of people don't seem to understand that, it needs to be kind of an equal process. It has to be. And that's kind of what social moral is, for me, anyways. That's why, like I said, I wanted to read that column. It had mine. And it was funny because yours is lawful moral. Like,
So, like, yeah, because yeah, I always like wanted to be like well, I think like personally would want to be an like be famous might be an inspiration for others. When a lot of people don't like speak up a lot about it, but like but if you that do, I mean, always like feel good because like things that I'm taught for myself like, is being like passed on to others. I feel a sense of pride about it.
hmm. No, I feel that, and I kind of glad I asked you to come along with me on these first few steps for this because this is kind of like a little special thing right now. God, I'm high. Not to ruin the moment, but this is coming from a place of me also being high, so I am slightly more like slightly little bit more like exposed, as it were. The shell slightly cracked, ajar, as it were, or something, something. Metaphors about stuff,
Something moral.
something good. Do you want to read the neutral column?
Yeah. Do your best to protect others and yourself. Help others, and then you can help yourself. Good question. I don't care. Do what you want. And do you have regard? Don't have regard for anyone or anything else.
In order: neutral good, neutral moral, true neutral, neutral impure, and neutral evil. God, neutral pure is it's just, it's the perfect one. Perfect color, the perfect phrase. Do I even need to say any more? Is there more to be said about neutral and pure?
No, not really.
Um, I do agree with using green, at least those particular greens for neutral colors. Um, that was actually why I thought it was funny when I brought up the other thing earlier about like a third side and a conflict for a story. Um, and it's also why I like this chart better because this is what this is what I mean by doing something because you're not being neutral, you know, you're not being neutral to stay out of the conflict, you're being neutral to protect yourselves, not to, pick a side. It's just hard to realize that sometimes protecting yourself is picking that one side that's also trying to protect themselves.
Yeah.
That's kind of like I think that's why a lot of people do have that hate on for like I guess sideliners. I would prefer to call those people sideliners. They're willing to wait on the side of the conflicts and then do something. They only call themselves neutral in the sense that they're not participating, but they're not neutral in the sense that they are actually trying to, avoid the conflict or defend themselves from the conflict. They're not defending themselves from the conflict. They are participating by inaction of the conflict. God, I hope I could get sideliners to be a thing. If anyone watches this can get sideliners to be a thing for the type of neutral people get pissed off about, you know the ones I talk about. I just described them. Come on. I would be eternally appreciative of you, all of you, even though I'm technically social moral, so that whole fucking ship has sailed and left and come back with exotic spices, as is my Portuguese heritage to enjoy. Yeah, I guess you also point that out. I'm Portuguese, guys. Hi, yeah. Um,
Hello, port.
yes, little port, sailing peoples. All right. I guess I shall read the rebel column. Be selfless to improve others, but mostly yourself. Do what is right, even if you gotta hurt others to get your point across. Do something good, if there's something in it for you. Nothing matters, so that's why it's good to break the rules. Forget ethics. This world is anarchy, anyways. And do you mind reading off what each of those are? Art? Mind reading off what those are? Like I did yours? I thought we were doing a bit.
Yeah, sorry, I zoned out for a second. My bad.
Not a problem. You mind reading those off? Because I straight up thought we were doing a bit when you did it with the last one, so I'm like, I guess we're doing it this way.
What are you reading off?
I already read off the thing. You just read off what each of the things I said were. So
Oh, okay, so
yeah, like rebel good.
oh, okay, all right.
So I already read off the thing, so you just need to say the thing in the order again, just the name.
Okay, rebel good, rebel moral, rebel neutral, rebel impure, and rebel evil.
So what do you think? I I do have a question, but I want your
Go on.
input on this column first.
In terms of the colors,
Just like, because like I said, each of the columns, like whoever did this really went out of their goddamn way to basically make everything feel like it fits in place, that each column, each row, in many ways, also have a good feel to it. Like, clearly the top row is more of like almost like someone giving a speech, where the bottom row is just straight up a tyrant or a leader or someone who's just, like, giving orders. Like, some of these almost look more like orders than advice in some cases. With really only good question being more of a thinking man's response, if that makes sense. Making
yeah,
sense for true neutral in that regard. Like, even that alone is just weird how well it all works. You know?
yeah, it's like hard times like maybe more people and then people who are all pinned up against them all they got to do like they have to do like to pretty much like to make this stuff like be noticed. I think
Right?
like the most me go through this again. I think the one thing that I think the one thing that kind of just like could be described as villainous is the rebel impure, where nothing matters. So that because it kind of reminds me of like I of exchange chances like in Rick and Morty to where it pretty much like so cover like discover like poor travel, and I had all these type of adventures, and basically it has been multiple majority of the show trying to find a way to make himself feel like it would have been more than mortal because then before because he pretty much like opened stuff out like all these possible all these like possibilities, all these timelines to where like he able to change things as much he wanted, and pretty much like he thought that new rules like didn't apply for him until it was humble. But that's neither like here or there with the show. But that's pretty much like came crossing my mind.
No, yeah. I also just realized that the poster wasn't showing on the stream, so that's been fixed.
Yeah,
Um, that probably explains a lot too. Well, show must go on. Anyways, you can all see that now. Right as we get to the last column, but before we get there, rebel neutral. What in goddamn's name hell color is that? Is that? It, I want to
I
say it's an
I can
orange.
maybe like a light brown.
No, it's definitely not brown. It's trying to be an orange, but it's not burnt orange. It's like it's like trying to be rust orange, but there's something missing. You know that weird orange color for that weird rust color. Like, doesn't it look like it's trying to be rust, but it's just missing something?
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, I know it's not right, but that's kind of like my point. Like, I don't know what other color that could be because it's definitely trying to be an orange. But I see your point. It does have that brownishness to it. Like, oh, like someone dipped a tea bag on it or something. Like when like something like that stains something white. Like, I don't know how much you drink tea. I drink quite a bit of it, so I kind of know. But
Yeah, we got the watching a bit of it. Well, but not as much as like I used to. But yeah, I do.
All right. I think yes, you'd be reading the last column if I remember correctly.
Yes.
Oh wait, here I got an idea. You read off the thing, and I read off what it is. So you do quote. I say what it is. Huh?
Sure. Do what is right, no matter what the cost.
Chaotic good.
I don't care what you do, as long as you don't kill anyone and kill or hurt anyone.
Chaotic moral.
Who cares?
Chaotic neutral.
Don't help others, leave everyone but yourself behind.
Chaotic impure.
Destroy everything.
Chaotic evil. I honestly don't know what else to say or even add to it. The colors work. I do think it is kind of weird for yellow and I guess a kind of lightish teal blue to be opposites on the spectrum. But I do like the dichotomy between lawful good and chaotic evil.
Mm-hmm.
Like how it's essentially just complete disregard. It is just complete disregard, and it's perfect. It's an interesting. It just I almost want to meet the person who created this. It is perfection in many ways.
I wonder where their morality themselves like. I wonder where they're with that morality themselves like think on this chart as well.
Lawful neutral.
Hmm.
This is very much well organized, well researched. I would say the information is pretty spot on, in my opinion. But that would be. We just created a new segment where we just basically whip this out and have people talk about it, didn't we?
Pretty much.
God damn it. Anyways, back to on topic before I get distracted again. Um, yeah, it has to be lawful neutral. It at least has to be the lawful column, and lawful neutral, the way it sounds, makes sense for someone who would have made this chart. Like, a lawful neutral person would have been frustrated with the original 9 by 9, would have seen the weaknesses, and would have expanded it to include essentially the third options that we have to acknowledge do exist, but people want to pretend don't exist. Because let's be honest, how many people have ignored the moral impure side of the compass of arguments? Or the social moral, for that matter. Like, how often is that ignored in everyday life? Like, social rebel is entirely disregarded. And here's a chart that explains everything, and it's the most accurate. It asked a simple question of, and it's almost weird how to extrapolate this, because do you see the question too in your mind? It's basically just along the lines of, like, how do you treat yourself and others?
Yeah.
It's also why true. It's like what I was saying earlier. Why true neutral good question was an interesting, and why it made me realize this was a response to a question in the first place. It's just ah, so beautiful. We're just having a slow night tonight, aren't we?
Yeah.
We're probably going to have to fiddle around with the days, aren't we?
Yeah. I think in terms like they will put what I refer to as like the practice stream. I think that I think I had more of a boost than I do right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually surprised my friend hasn't shown up, but they did say they were busy. I'm honestly just glad
Sure.
that we were able to get another one of these done. One finally recorded. God, I hope we don't lose the footage for this, because this is going to have to cause me to condense it further and
Yeah.
add more
We,
stuff.
we shouldn't. We shouldn't. We had that setting enabled that we had from last time. We should be straight.
I know we are. I literally double checked. I could have probably posted it live on thing to be honest, but yeah, yeah. But no, I still like this as the question for today when I saw this. Um, oh god, there were just so many fucking people just being annoying at work. But honestly, fuck it. I'm honestly too chilled and vibing right now, and it's actually getting time for me to even. Well, it's not that time yet. I'm still good. But yeah. Anything on the I guess it's the chaotic column, obviously. Like I think the colors work. It kind of makes sense because it also looks like fire if you think about it.
It does, and like I don't know whether one also noticed that like if you go from the bottom right to the bottom left and then up, so up left, and top left, and then the top right, it almost also seems like everything on there is pretty much like set up to as like a color wheel with the red being the farther side and blue be the blue being the well with red and blue being on the opposite sides, and then pink, and then the sort of pink that they have near their purple.
Sort of. This is using a this is using a this one's using essentially a traditional it's using a traditional color palette. So if you were to look at like those regular color wheels, basically,
Mm-hmm.
so the center, like in this case, the center one is white instead of black, basically. So it's basically
Okay.
inverse of those. So the center bit's white, and it basically just goes around normally because technically, lawful evil is that weird. It's not the magenta purple, but it's that color just before the magenta purple. So it'd be more accurate to look at like it'd be more accurate to look at as like lawful impure rotating around with like around lawful neutral to complete that circle, and you'd get something similar to that color wheel. I wish I had just like an image of a color wheel to show from like a paint
Mm-hmm.
editor or something. That's basically what it's based off of. Because I was thinking of that too, but the more I looked at the center colors, especially where the impure, like especially where the impure, neutral impure was, I was like thinking because I'm like, God, those two look a lot like that one section in that same color wheel. If you were to like again inverse it like they did here, because I think in most color wheels, isn't the center black and the outside white, or like the color that it needs to be? In this case, it's like gray and then outward. Like don't like. Am I saying that? Am I remembering that wrong?
No, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying like is like because this does look like that color wheel from art editing programs, right? Or color box. I know they have a box version of it too.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I just realized like each of the columns have that same thing going too because chaos looks like fire. Lawful literally looks like what I would call like a deep sea iceberg because of like the colors getting darker as you go deeper. Hell, even the rows feel like the colors are climbing up to those colors. Like a light's being turned on. Oh my god, the fire thing works that way too. Like, think about it. It goes from dark to light. Man, I think it even. Oh, I think it's even casting properly too if you look at it at the right angle. Like, I guess it would be bottom right to top left. Like, do you see it? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna put like straight up $20 right now. The dude who made this is either lawful neutral, either identifies as lawful neutral, or is lying to himself and is lawful neutral. This is straight up like this is like so perfect. Like if it's all an accident, it's it's a beautiful accident, and I will. Uh, there really isn't anything on the chaotic side that would be this organized, would there? God, it's just so beautiful. I love it. But anyways, any other questions? Any other comments? Anything else like this beautiful work of art?
And no, I think the term charger just pretty much just like just speaks like it's like for itself.
It really does. Like, really, all that can be honestly asked really is like not like the final say, but yeah, there really isn't much else to add. It's almost just discuss. It's almost just discussing it as an art piece, well, not hypothetically, but as is,
Yeah.
or even like this is art. Like, I can't really say it's anything else but art. Like, no matter how much you want to say it's an organized chart or whatever you want, it's still art. The attention of detail, the choices made, the question asked, the implied question asked, basically. Um, just it's it is the weirdest, most beautiful. It's the most beautifully weird piece of art I've ever seen in a long time, and it was entirely by accident. While doing some research on Pinterest, yes, I found this on Pinterest. Although I do believe I saved the link of where they found it, so I'll have to bring that up later. But yeah, no. I guess that's all that can be said on this now. For now, we've already talked about the bibites. Um, I don't know. Do you want to play that game where we're basically asking each other who's what on this chart, like characters and stuff? But I don't have
Yeah.
anything in mind that we both know.
We hold on. Gonna have to use the bathroom real quick.
That's fine. I assume you don't want to pause or anything.
No, it shouldn't be too long.
No worries. I think we'll have to call it soon, anyways, but not soon enough for you to hold it. So feel free to use the restroom.
Okay.
I
All right.
will switch over to the bibbits for now, since I think we've gotten the full spectrum out of this, and this is going to be a segment anyway. So
Okay.
congratulations, extended alignment chart. You are officially part of the show.
All right. Let me go.
All right, yeah, go. Sorry.
to our creatures. Oh well. Mm, weapon. Yeah. Oh no.
Uh, I almost don't want to save it now. Ah, oh, jeez, though. That hurts. That really hurts. We lost our boy. We lost our boy. Ah, hi, Bit. You were you were not longed for this world. You were not longed. Ooh boy. Jeez. Well, that was interesting. That little interesting last bit there.
Yeah.
Ah, yeah, but back on topic. I guess we're going to be wrapping this up. But yes,
Okay.
like I said, today's review was Cresco, Slurricane, They're active resin by, like I said, Sonoran Roots. Good shit. Good shit. Presco in general is pretty good. I've had a few of their other cards, but again, the Hurricane is the official review for the day. Again, we'll be whipping out that alignment chart occasionally, so keep an eye out for that if we ever get more people on here. Any shout outs? Any things you want to mention? Any suggestions for maybe future guests and whatnot? As we'll talk about that since this became kind of like a twofer for today. Tonight. Yeah, it's just late, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
All right. Yeah. You know what? We're just gonna sign off. You guys have a good one. We're gonna head to bed. I got work tomorrow. But I'm gonna sleep well tonight. So
Yeah. If anything, I try to probably more of myself because I do a lot of things and probably believe it or not. But at least one I diverse myself a bit with what's going on in the world and maybe expand my mind a little.
maybe. I know I definitely would want to. That also reminds me, how do I copy audio things from one part of a stream to another? Scene. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you go to one scene, copy the source, and then
The
paste
source.
in another.
That's what I needed to do. Just
Yeah.
like I straight up just realized I made a slight error. Um, shouldn't have missed much, but I'm gonna make sure that's in the frickin'. There we go. Gonna make sure that's in the end stream bit, so we can actually have it look proper and not feel like we're just rounding around. Because for some reason it has the chat box, but not the Discord stream for whatever reason. What? Come on. I did the thing you asked me to do. Did the thing he said. Like, don't toy with me. Weird, it's straight up not letting me copy now. You know what? We're just gonna end it like
Okay.
this because we're just tired and high right now. So you guys have a good one. See you later. Bye.
Later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Two people who are there.
Bye.
Bye.